Hello, everybody, and welcome to VR Master League Season 3 in this Diamond Division matchup between High Voltage and Kraken. My name is Heck, and joining me in the casting booth is That Green Pigeon.
Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm excited for this high diamond matchup. This is really exciting.
Alright, and the first joust should be underway right now, as it is going to be Kraken who headbutts it all the way down into the high voltage zone. Low's going to dive out of goal to pick that up, try to get it over to Gorn Jr. Gorn Jr. is just going to clear it through. That's going all the way as the nice stack from Fire Ninja is going to be able to get there for the three-pointer. 14-second goal time. This is already off to a great start.
Wow, great clear down there and great pickup from High Voltage to take him in for the three-pointer. That's gonna be really huge early game for them. Picking up the three-pointer, putting them in a pretty good advantage. Really good stuff. This is what we want to see in High Diamond.
Yeah, Kraken coming out on the offensive joust. Citrus going to be able to pick that one up, but a nice intercept by Gorn Jr. Gorn Jr. going for the shot. He's going to nail that shot. 3 more points for the side of High Voltage.
I don't even know what to say. It's going by so fast, I can barely keep up. We saw a very quick rollout from High Voltage, really trying to cover all the passes, and they did it well, and they shut down the offensive joust from Kraken.
Alright, Kraken once again right back to the offensive rollout. Nice short play to G Tyler. G Tyler's going to send it all the way through, but a nice intercept by Isolate. Isolate going all the way down, and that's all the way clear as once again a stack, and Fire Ninja is going to be able to pick that up and dunk it in for 2. Just the amount of boosting going on from the side of High Voltage and great communication is really paying off as Kraken is already down 8 points, not even 2 minutes into this first round.
Yeah, I mean, we've played against High Voltage, and we see just how fast they are and how good they are at shutting down. Kraken's really going to have to try hard to keep up here if they want to have a chance in this first round. But wow, that's going to be picked up by Lulz and sent all the way downfield. Going to be picked up by Goring for a 2.
Yeah, the defense coming out from High Voltage here is just unmatched as they're able to read every single throw that Kraken sends their way, and great communication there by Gorn Jr. able to pick up the shot if Lulz missed, which unfortunately he did, and that's going to be 10 points within 2 minutes. Once again, Kraken coming out, going to try to send it short, but a fortunate bounce gives it to G Tyler. G Tyler going to send it through the tunnel to EX Dash. And EX is just going to walk it up, has a stack on him, able to get it back and get a nice stun out on Fire Ninja. Going back over to X. X, losing the disc momentarily, going to pass it over to G Tyler. G Tyler going for the shot, and that's going to be off the head of Isolate, off that nice backboard, and finally Kraken are on the board.
This is really impressive stuff coming out for Diamond. As we see Kraken, they managed to adjust there, and they managed to break that rock-hard defense from High Voltage there. Really good stuff, really good adjusting. Good way to get it downfield, and a line drive from X was going to take them all the way there.
Isolate going to be able to pick that one. I'm trying to send it over to Gorn Jr., but a nice bounce gives it to him. Gorn Jr. crossing it over Fire Ninja. Fire Ninja going over to Lulz. Lulz not quite able to pick that one up as it's going to go right back into the hands of Gorn Jr. Gorn Jr. being pressured, going to try to send it down, but unfortunately, the man was just stunned out. Fire Ninja picking that up, getting stunned out by a nice stun there by G Tyler. G Tyler picking it up, going to just opt to back pass it to Sweet Colombian Catnip, who's just going to clear it all the way down as stacks will be sent. And that's going all the way into the high voltage zone. EX is going to be able to pick that up and send it in for the nice dunk.
Great communication there from Kraken. We saw as soon as Colombian Catnip managed to pick that up, he sent it all the way downfield, and they were quick to come back to goal and get that stack going all the way downfield and going to get the slam dunk on goal for the 2.
Alright, and I'm being told in chat here that the teams might be switched up, but Isolate going to be able to send that one. Looks like they're running with a double chain here as they're going to clear it all the way down, opt for a dribble of sorts. Good stunning there by Lulz, but X is going to be able to pick that one up, trying to back pass it, but get stunned out on the way. Sweet Colombian Catnip able to get that recovery and send it back to Citrus. Citrus moving to the floor, going to try to get it clear over to G Tyler. G Tyler going to Sweet Colombian Catnip, sending it back to X. X going back to Sweet Colombian Catnip over to Citrus. Citrus getting stunned out, unfortunately, before they could continue that passing play, but great communication nonetheless. And that's going to be sent into the hands of X. X crossing it all the way over to Sweet Colombian Catnip. Just going to dance around on the floor, waiting for somebody to be open. Citrus is open, sending it over to G Tyler, but just off the mark, it looks like. as it's going to be X slapping that right back into the hands of Citrus. Citrus dancing around on Nugget over to G Tyler. G Tyler gonna send it back to Sweet Colombian Catnip, but unfortunately he's not quite able to pick that up.
Just tried to be cleared out there from Lulz, but it's going to bounce down to floor. Again, going to be picked up by Lulz, and he's going to be back passing to Goran Jr., who is going to find the stack with Fire Ninja, and they're going to try to put some pressure on Citrus, who's going to send it cross high over to EX Dash. Going to send it cross, but oh, great pickup from Goran at Nest there, and that's going to be cleared all the way downfield. And it looks like we're going to have a bit of a stacking battle here for who can recover that disc first. But it looks like it's going to be Kraken here, and they're going to be sending it to Bowtie, but Goran with the great read over at Bowtie, going to be going in for the two-pointer, and wow, great playing from High Voltage.
Yeah, great awareness from Fire Ninja and Goran Jr. Fire Ninja able to stun out that goalie right after that quick intercept, and unfortunately it wasn't a 3, very close, but you know, it's still a 2-pointer and keeping Voltage here in the lead, but seems like Kraken has definitely stopped the bleeding as they're going to come out on their offensive joust. Citrus going to walk it up, send it over to G Tyler. G Tyler getting stunned out by Goran Jr. Goran Jr. able to pick that up, send in the shot, and that's going to be in. Goran Jr. hitting all of the shots for this High Voltage side.
You know, I gotta say, I feel like we're seeing a huge clash in playstyles here. Coming out from High Voltage, we see a lot of stacking and a lot of just fast gameplay and pressuring the disc over here. Just it's like they're choking. They're trying to choke out Kraken, and we see Kraken over here with great passing, and they're gonna be over here on the QB, sending it down to tunnel for EX Dash, and he's gonna be trying to take it up downfield, up to Catnip, back to EX Dash, and the High Voltage is gonna be struggling to get back here on defense as they just have so many people set up in bubble, and Colombian Catnip is gonna be on the upside down shot, coming in from the ceiling. Great playing.
Yeah, great awareness as well. Sweet Colombian Catnip set up inverted to, after receiving that pass, getting the goalie stunned out for him, and to just take that for the easy 2. And back within under 10 points is this game, as it's going to be High Voltage picking that up on the offensive joust, sending it over to Fire Ninja. Fire Ninja going to dance around with it a little bit in the tunnel over to Lulz. Lulz getting stunned out by a good stack by G Tyler and Citrus. G Tyler sending it down to EX Dash, looking for a dribble, and it's going to be there, not quite, with Isolate picking that up and trying to get it out.
We're going to see it coming up here to Colombian Catnip, who's going to be in a cut pass to EX Dash, and that's going to be some really great passing coming out from the side of Kraken. We saw them play in the midfield. Once they picked it up, they managed to break that High Voltage defense by spreading out, getting some people set up on ceiling, and hitting that cross. Great playing.
Yeah, this is the Kraken we're more used to seeing, this fast-paced, high-passing game, as it's going to be Isolate once again picking that up, sending it immediately down to Lulz. Lulz going to the tunnel where Fire Ninja is set up. Fire Ninja sending it all the way downfield over to Goran Jr., but Goran Jr. getting taken aback by that great stack there. EX in the tunnel going for the long shot, not quite there, and Isolate was back anyway. Isolate going to wait for it, send it over to Lulz. Lulz just trying to clear it out as there's going to be another stack. Fire Ninja picking that one up. It's an open goal. He's going to be able to sink that. More open goals for High Voltage.
They're just so good at taking advantage of those open threes, and that's really what put them so far ahead in this first round. Kraken's going to have to start putting some more people back to stop those ones. And I gotta say, we're seeing some big stuff from High Voltage over here. They're playing very aggressive, and they're covering a lot of options. And looks like we're going to have Kraken on the offensive joust, as Citrus is going to take it over to Station for X, who's going to send it all the way downfield to Colombian Catnip. Stacks from High Voltage seem to be chasing the disc around, and they find success as Lul tries to get it slapped out, but it's going to be recovered by X, who sends a cross ceiling to Colombian Catnip, but just misses the pass. We're going to see a little collapse here in the bottom right, and then we have it swapped over to Citrus. Good reset there, and going to be picked up by Catnip again, who's going to looks like he's going to play a little bit slower here, so he gets the pass to Shield, but his Citrus is going to get stunned out, and great clear from Lulz coming down. Looks like we're going to have another little stacking battle, and good stacking from Kraken here as G Tyler managed to get a pickup and sends it downfield to Colombian Catnip, who looks like they're going to stack all the way downfield there into the High Voltage bubble.
Yeah, High Voltage able to recover this in their own zone, trying to send it out through the tunnel, but intercepted there by G Tyler. G Tyler sending it to X. X is going to dance around, look for the cut pass, not quite hitting its mark, however, as Citrus is going to be able to recover on the roof, go over to Sweet Colombian Catnip. Colombian Catnip is being heavily pressured, but the shot just goes awry, as that's going to be a stack race. Looks like it's going to be Fire Ninja picking that up, slapping it through the Goran Jr. That's going to go all the way down, and looks like no stacks yet, but G Tyler is there once they actually come through. Citrus is way downfield, gonna try to shoot this all the way down. It's so close, just barely missing its mark, as it's going to be Fire Ninja picking that one up inside their own zone and just clearing it back out, just trying to prevent any threes from being scored here.
Really great defense coming out from both of these teams as Lowell sends it over to Goran Jr., who picks up the dunk on the Kraken goal for 2.
Yeah, Goran Jr. able to recover from his positioning in the shoulder and get that cut pass from Lowell's, and that's going to be the end of round 1, 20-8 for High Voltage. High Voltage being very, very strong with their open 3-point game and just great defense all around. And Kraken, whenever they can get the disc for extended periods of time, great disc movement to really work it around that great defense.
You know, the score seemed really big for the first round gap, but let's also keep in mind that Kraken struggled out in the beginning of the round against the high voltage defense. And I think once they got that broke, it was definitely more of a closer game. And I also got to give a compliment to Kraken here because their passing is very, very strong. I think they're playing a lot more riskier of a game as we're seeing a lot more passing coming out, and from that, there's a lot more risk for missed passes. And High Voltage coming out with the fast stacks, and they're really, really kicking it up and putting Kraken into a bit of a scary position here coming into round 2.
Yeah, looking at the chat, we have Grumpiest Broom, we have Bart Star Ash, Carnivore, hello everybody. Great to see you guys all here on VRML 2 for this great game. And that's, while we wait here, just great job by Kraken, able to adapt to the defense of High Voltage, being able to, run the short play instead of just relying on sending it downfield every time. High Voltage attempting to do the same thing, but a nice backstack from the side of Kraken. This second round is going to be underway. It is going to be High Voltage picking that up, headbutting it all the way down, almost going in, but a good stop there from the side of Kraken. X is going to try to clear it all the way out, going to bounce around in the tunnel, however, but still get through. Citrus with a nice stun. That's an open goal, going for the shot, and she's going to nail it for the 3-point.
Really impressive defense here from Kraken. As we've seen from High Voltage's past games, those headbutts off of their QB or joust is really, really strong, and oftentimes they manage to pick it up and pick up a quick goal at the beginning of the round. That's what we saw last time, and looks like Kraken was able to put a stop to it. But we are going to have High Voltage here on the offense for the joust, and they are going to be sending it through to left tunnel, going to be bouncing up to cross ceiling, and looks like we're going to have G Tyler getting there first. And he is going to look for a clear through same side tunnel, and it's going to be a bit of a stacking battle here as we have Isolate picking it up. Lowell and Goran Jr. looking to chase it downfield, and they're going to have a pretty solid drive here as Goran Jr. goes to take it into bubble, and a great shot into the top left of the goal.
Yeah,
great
18
job.
meters per second, just hammering it home for that 2-pointer, and it's immediately a much better round for both sides as, at least Kraken has points on the board right now. You can't leave the goal open for either of these teams because they will just capitalize on that. Citrus going to be able to pick that up, moving it up slowly, going to send it all the way down to Sweet Colombian Catnip. Catnip just going to dance around on the floor, wait for his team to get into position, and just walk it up. Not quite being pressured, but here comes Fire Ninja. Not overextending, waiting for a hole, and there's going to be X slapping it over to Citrus. Citrus, what a nice stop there by Isolate, preventing the 2-pointer, and the stacks will come through, getting cleared all the way back, and it's going to be into the hands of Sweet Colombian Catnip, who's going to slap it through, bouncing around in mid, and it's going to be Goran Jr. just slapping it back through. Lots of slaps from both sides here. Stacks from both sides. Isolate picking that up in mid, just sending it down to the right-hand corner as it's going to be a nice stop there by Sweet Colombian Catnip, just slapping it back straight into the hands of Isolate. Isolate sending it over to Goran Jr. on the roof, just Goran Jr. going to decide to wait for it, and over to Lowell's. Lowell's getting it stolen by X. X getting it stolen by Fire Ninja. Fire Ninja going for the shot, getting it stolen by Sweet Colombian Catnip, preventing that. The clear just going off of boot and bouncing away, and finally they're able to get it clear.
That was a lot of back and forth there, and it looks like we're going to have Catnip managing to take it from 2 people down there and going to be hitting him with a 3v1. getting that all the way downfield. Really great stuff and really great defense from Kraken. And then when they finally got that clear, they were able to capitalize. Now they're up 5-2 in the second round.
Yeah, a lot of more back and forth between these two teams here. There's a lot of slapping, clearing, and boosting going on. And the great stop from Isolate extending that little volley there, as Isolate's just going to opt to wait for his team to get into position. Fire Ninja going to be able to pick that one up on the right side tunnel, sending it down to Lowell's cross. Lowell's and Fire Ninja moving it up, going for the cross pass, but a little bit too slow as G-Tyler's able to intercept that and send it all the way out as Stacks will form up, going all the way down into the bubble. That's an open goal for Citrus. She's going to just make that in for the easy 2, and just like that, Kraken are up by 5.
You know, it looks like we're seeing a bit of a reverse from the last round. In the last round, we saw a lot of high voltage getting this clear and boost all the way downfield for some three-pointers. But it looks like here in the second round, we're going to have Kraken doing the same thing back to him. Looks like we're going to be on a high voltage joust here as they look to take some points back with 6 minutes left on the clock. They're going to be sending it all the way downfield, really fast play. Looks like they're going to have a quick offense here as it sends up to Goran Jr. at Nest, and Fire Ninja going to be able to take that in with the cut pass to Lulz and just getting that dunk off. Great work from High Voltage and great communication on those passes.
Yeah, High Voltage really utilizing those cut passes to get the easy 2s, and whenever they have the goal open, they can hit those 3s as well. Really the best of both worlds. Great matchup. Wouldn't be surprised if this goes to round 3, just with the way that Kraken's able to come back and capitalize on these little mistakes. Citrus with a nice move, just going to send it all the way down, but it's going to hit off a double diamond. Sweet Colombian Catnip, however, is going to be there dancing around on the wall, going to anchor that through, going all the way down near the goal, just not quite going in off that bounce. But it's going to be G-Tyler with a quick stack to pick that up, going for the pass to Nest, not quite there, but bouncing back into the hands of Citrus. Citrus trying to go for Sweet Colombian Catnip, but just so many missed passes right here as Goran Jr. is able to pick that up, clear it all the way through, and stacks will come through as well, as G-Tyler is able to pick that one up and look for the clear right back through.
Isolate is just doing wonders for that high voltage defense, but it looks like we're going to get it near bubble, picked up by EX Dash. Going to send it under goal, but a great read from Lulz there, and he's going to get the clear through right tunnel, and we're going to have a bit of a stacking battle here to see who can pick that back up. Citrus gets a great leech off Isolate here, and going to get a clear through mid over to Colombian Catnip, who sends it over to G-Tyler, who's going to try to look to send that downfield to X, but it's going to go past him, barely missing the goal there. Wow, great attempt there. And we're going to see G-Tyler try to send it over, but Fire Ninja with such a great interception. That is the defense we like to see in High Diamond.
Yeah, G-Tyler able to pick this one up in their own zone, just casually walking it through, maybe slow it down a little bit as he sends a pass through the Sweet Colombian Catnip, who's just going to, once again, do the same thing, look for the back pass to opt for that slower style of play as that goes awry, and that's going to be a stack race once again all the way down into the zone. Goran Jr. picking that up first, going for the shot off of the bounce of shoulder, but not quite there as the goalie was back in position, bouncing around near the top by the Pac-Man. Lulz is able to pick that up, but a nice steal by G-Tyler, who's just going to be able to sink it for another 3.
Wow, that stack managed to get that, read that clear, and they managed to pick that up from Isolate there, and that was a good three-pointer out from Kraken, and that's going to actually be a huge, huge goal for them as there's about 4 minutes left in the second round, up by 6. 2 goals apart, not too bad. But it looks like we're going to have high voltage here on the offensive joust. They have to put up more points here. And it looks like they're going to be sending it over to Goran, who's going to go for quickly through, but a bit of a miscommunication there as a little bit closer, but a great clear out from Kraken, and it's going to be recovered by Goran Jr., who's going to try ducking that stack, but just reading it and going to be picked up by Isolate. Try sending it down, but looks like we're going to have Catnip here trying to reset it, but just bouncing off Geo, and we have G-Tyler sending it all the way down through Trench, going to be bouncing up and barely missed the stack from Kraken there, as we see Fire Ninja sending it all the way down, and hopefully High Voltage can look here to get some stacks and get it all down. But Catnip there with the goal, but there wasn't quite the reset there, and he's just going to miss that. And it's going to be set back to G-Tyler on Pac-Man, and they're going to be clearing it down to the high voltage side.
Yeah, dangerous open goal, and that's going to be G-Tyler once again. Already having 6 points this game, just adding another 3 to his arsenal. And that's going to be Kraken up, but again, I think that in the second round here, Kraken started playing more passive, and it's definitely showing. And High Voltage might need to adapt to that to keep a goalie back more often, as Fire Ninja's going to try to send it all the way through, just hitting off of some geometry in the mid area. EX is going to be able to pick that up, send in the shot, but Goran Jr.'s back to stop the 3. Goran Jr. going to clear it all the way down as stacks will get stunned out, but not the stack from Kraken as G. Tyler picked it up on the roof and just going to anchor pass over to Sweet Colombian Catnip, who's going to go inverted, send it all the way down, and that's going to be isolated in the back line, just preventing those 3s as there's only 2 minutes left. Isolate's going to clear it all the way through. Looks like no stacks yet, but here they come now as Kraken's going to get there first. Citrus able to pick that up in their own zone, just cleared out through the same side tunnel and boost all the way down to get it. A nice steal there by Lulz.
Both teams are kicking it into overdrive right now on these clear and boosts, but we're going to have goalie Goran with a good drive into bubble there and going to be putting it into the cross part of the goal for 2. Great playing from High Voltage, and we saw from both of those teams there, the fast stacks going all the way down, back and forth, just managing to pick that up, and I can't imagine the amount of stunning going on the opposite side of the field. Really impressive stuff. Looks like we're going to have High Voltage here with 1 minute left in the second round. Nope, my bad. Kraken here, and X is going to be grabbing it and sending it all the way downfield to Catnip, who's going to be looking to juke it past Lulz and manages to get that pass, and he's going to try sending it over to Nest, but Goran Jr. with the steal on that and going to be sending it all the way downfield. Wow, great steal from Goran there, and getting 2 more points on the board before the second round ends.
Yeah, what a tough angle to hit that from, especially when you're going that fast. Goran going for the shot from the full court, but not quite able to get that, but able to recover as I believe he gets a leech off of one of the members of Kraken to just put that back in for the 2. That's going to be mathematical time for this round. That's going to Kraken. We're going to round 3, but still great effort from both teams. That's going to be cleared all the way down. It's going to be Sweet Colombian Catnip just walking up, waiting for his teammate to get in a position, possibly go for a cut pass here, juking around both defenders, and try to send it over to X, but X is not quite there. X going to send it over to G. Tyler. G. Tyler going up to Catnip. Catnip going back over to Citrus. What a passing play.
Even though the round's already over, Kraken just looking to pick up as much momentum as possible coming into this third round. A lot of excited people in Twitch chat right now as we go into this third round, and really exciting stuff. Great playing from both teams, and I'm really excited to see who wins this.
Yeah, going to round 3. This is what you like to see. Definitely Kraken showing that they are here to play as they're keeping somebody back, preventing those 3s. And it's going to be High Voltage now that really need that extra defensive work, as just getting punished after those clear and boost style plays that usually will end up in a 3 for the side of Kraken.
I think the difference between this first round and the second round is I think Kraken really started to pick up on the type of playing style that High Voltage was going for. And if we take a look at the first round, we saw that High Voltage was getting a lot more of those clear and boost. Kraken was playing a lot more passing play, but it looks like in the second round they actually switched over to seem to what High Voltage was doing. We saw great stacking from both teams, and that looked to be their priority coming in here with a great clear and boost, and it just managed to go in the favor of Kraken in that second round.
Yeah, Kraken and High Voltage almost doing a complete role reversal, as now when we come into round 3, it'll be interesting to see how they're going to adapt to this different style of play. This is a very fast-paced game, not much just setting up when there's just so much slapping and clearing and boosting. Round 3, High Voltage versus Kraken, top of diamond here, is about to be underway.
And then we've seen High Voltage with some fast jousts here, but it looks like they're going to get it again. And that backstack from High Voltage is going to be picked up by Lulz, and it is going to be sent over to Shield, picked up by Fire Ninja. Great cuts, great communication, and what a great play from High Voltage.
Yeah, High Voltage showing that they are not backing down. They are here to play till the end. So that's going to be an 8-second goal time for the side of High Voltage, and it's going to be Kraken on the offensive joust for this round 3. And it's going to be Citrus once again picking that up, sending it immediately over to EX. EX trying to get it through off that behind the back pass, but hitting off the head of somebody. Sweet Colombian Catnip just tasting the disc down, not being pressured yet. Now he is over to G. Tyler. Nice cut pass. Nice placement as well on the shot, sending it to the cross pocket.
We saw a lot of great passing there, and that was some really good playing there from both teams. But Kraken just managing to break that High Voltage defense and great cut pass in from Shield over for the 2.
All right, now it is going to be high voltage first. Offensive joust of round 3, running a double stack, just going to clear it all the way down, getting stunned out with the chains, however, so not able to recover that disc. G. Tyler moving slowly over to the right side. Good intercept by Gorn Jr., just trying to clear it all the way back in, going to bounce off the wall. Citrus back to prevent any stacks. To get that disc, just trying to clear it out. So much slapping, but a very fast stack from the side of high voltage. Gorn Jr. able to pick that one up, send it over Fire Ninja. Fire Ninja going back to Gorn. Gorn going for that shot. 18 meters per second to that top pocket. And that's what you love to see.
We saw the 1-2-3 coming out from Gorn and Fire Ninja, and that great communication and that split of the defender is what managed to get him in the goal for the 2.
Yeah, just passing it back and forth until you find an open spot for that shot. Citrus taking it over to, I believe that was EX. Yes, it was. Unable to get it, but G. Tyler's there to recover. Gonna send it through to Sweet Colombian Catnip. Sweet Colombian Catnip has the 3 cut off by Isolate, so can't really opt for that. Just walking it up as the stacks will come in, getting pressured. Gonna send it across to Citrus. Citrus trying to go back to X, but X not quite getting unstunned by the time that pass comes through. X gonna cross it over to Citrus. Citrus inverted on the roof, just waiting for somebody to move. G. Tyler going for towards the shield, excuse me. X going back to Sweet Colombian Catnip, but the stop by Lols, able to prevent that 2-pointer after that very nice passing play. Excuse me.
I am just in shock right now. That was really great passing from Kraken there, and the fact that Lulz was able to read that was amazing, and it looks like we're going to have it back here to Lulz on Bowtie, and it looks like he's going to be setting his time and waiting for his team to get set up as Goran decides to take it back to Cloud and starts pushing up to Pac-Man as his team gets set up above goal and at shield and above... Wow, Goran taking that around pull and manages to put that in for the 2. Great line drive and great distraction from the rest of his team as they managed to pull out that defense just enough to where he'd be able to grab onto that pillar and start going a little circling around as he managed to pick up the 2 and goal.
Yeah, Gorn Jr. realizing that the defender was upside down, so he most likely wouldn't be able to jump to get him, but able to get around him and duck him and just easy shot on the goalie. G. Tyler gonna send it across through the mid to Sweet Colombian Catnip, who's just gonna dance around, send it back to Citrus. Citrus sending it forward and up to G. Tyler. G. Tyler sending it back down to Sweet Colombian Catnip. Catnip just moving around along the floor straight over to G. Tyler. Quickly responding for that last goal. Great cut pass into that shot.
Both of these teams with some great cut passes coming out, and it looks like we're going to be seeing a little bit of an advantage here for high voltage as there's 6 minutes on the board. Luckily, they do have the disc here and maybe they can widen the gap with the goal here. And it looks like we're going to have a little bit of a shovel play coming out as it gets sent down to Lulz, who's going to put it up to Fire Ninja in the left tunnel, and that disc is going to get sent across to Goran Jr., who looks to cut it back, but gets the reset off, and that's going to be bouncing down to floor. And Lulz sends it back to Isolate, that is in the back, and he's going to be taking his time here and looking to see what he can do.
Yeah, Isolate sending it over. Good intercept there by G. Tyler, just clearing it all the way through, as we have seen so many times before. Looks like Kraken's going to have 2 sets of stacks going all the way down, but the nice stop by Lulz to prevent the 3-pointer. G. Tyler picking that back up, and Fire Ninja with another save. Sweet Colombian Catnip just walking around, sending it over to X. X going over to G. Tyler. G. Tyler able to finally get that through for the nice 2-pointer. And we're back to tied up.
You know, although Kraken managed to get the goal off there, I gotta give a huge shout out to High Voltage here, as all the players on their team are so adept in goal. They've all had a few good saves here, but it looks like it's going to be tied up with half the round left to go. Isolate sends it over to left tunnel, and Fire Ninja's going to pick it up here and try sending it through tunnel, but it looks like it's going to bounce off, and Fire Ninja sending it through floor, and it's going to be Kraken there who gets the pickup, sending it through left tunnel, and going to be a bit of a stacking battle here, sending it in for disc, but it's going to be picked up by Kraken, and Catnip just barely missing the shot there. And they're looking to get set up here and coming out from under goal. Great cut pass from X there. And that's going to be put up for Kraken.
Sweet Colombian Catnip going for the behind the back shot from that tough angle. Not quite able to make that, but luckily his teammate was there to get the recovery and put that in for another 2. And Kraken is back up in this 3rd round. trying to get this victory, and it's going to be Isolate picking that up, anchoring off of Ness, going for the pass over to Gorn Jr. Gorn Jr. not able to quite pick that up. It's going to be slapped around a little bit as stuns will come through, and just waiting for the clear and boost as his team gets all the way downfield. Dangerous position from Catnip is a nice Dusty move. Comes out for Fire Ninja as he's just waiting for his team, killing some time. As X is able to pick that up, send it over to G Tyler. G Tyler just going to clear it all the way back. Isolate, preventing the mail slot. It's going to send all the way through. Isolate and Lols all the way down in the zone. G Tyler picking that up, getting stunned out as he tries to get it clear, not getting it clear, as Gorn Jr. is able to recover at the back line. Isolate picking that up, going for the shot. Nice top pocket. We're back to tied after 46 seconds.
Kraken definitely tried to slow it down there, but High Voltage responded very well and sped up the game even more, making it even harder to adjust for Kraken, and that's what got them the goal. And the great passes coming out from High Voltage. They're going to be here on, looks like we're going to have Kraken here on Joust, and they're going to be looking for another goal here to put them up in the lead. But bounce is bad, and Fire Ninja going to get a pickup here, sending it over to G Tyler, recovered by Kraken. And they're looking for time to get set up, and that's going to be back to Citrus, who sends it cross to X, who goes for a line drive and gets the pass over to G Tyler, who gets the ding and manages to recover it and pick up another goal for 2.
Yeah, looks like Isolate might have been Chicago'd there, but, you know, getting a hand on it, but not quite able to get that save from the side of the server. So we'll see how that affects them as going to be once again another Joust going over, double stack again, just going to clear it down. Bad bounce. Isolate's there to pick it up though, send it all the way through. Not quite there as a good stun comes out, and Fire Ninja's not able to pick that up, and G Tyler picking it up, trying to send it clear, but a little bit too high as it's going to bounce around in the trap area. Lowell sending it over to Fire Ninja. Fire Ninja with a nice juke move, able to just get around the defender. Gorn Jr. going for that shot into the pocket. And they are just back and forth. We could see overtime here.
I gotta say, there is no worse feeling than when you're tied with 2.5 minutes to go and you get Chicago'd. So the fact that High Voltage there was able to pick them up and just shows how strong their mental game is. And they're going to be looking for a choke offense here on Kraken, as Kraken looks to get in the lead here again. We've seen this before, and we're going to see it again. And it's going to be down to Catnip, and great pickup from there, read the pass to Floor, and he's taking his time here on the pass, resetting it back to Isolate, and they're going to be looking to take the lead here, which they haven't had in a while for this round. And that's going to be Fire Ninja sending it over to Lulz and Cross Shoulder, who sends it back to Isolate, but just bouncing weird, and that's going to be all the way back down, picked up by Isolate again, and almost a shot as Kraken manages to get a hand on it, and G Tyler goes for the clear cross tunnel, and Isolate picks that back up. A lot of back and forth here as he gets a duck off, and wow, what great placement in that goal there from Isolate. It just shows how strong he is on both defense and offense.
Yeah, very clutch goal there from Isolate, who we haven't seen on offense much this game. Able to prove that, yes, goalies can shoot too, as he's been great on the back line and now on the front line. This could be the final goal of the game. It's now crunch time for Kraken. As Citrus is going to walk it all the way up, looking for the deep pass, able to get it over to X, sending it over to Catnip, Catnip going back to G Tyler, G Tyler going to send it across to Citrus, Citrus going to move it up into the to X, and that might do it. We should be going to overtime here.
Overtime round 3. This is definitely a game for the books and something that people are going to remember. And maybe, no, that is time. High Voltage won't have any time to pick anything up here, and that's going to be overtime here. Really, really big stuff here.
OT for this High Voltage Kraken game. Round 3, sudden death. First goal wins. 2 minutes on the clock. And this first joust is going to be crucial for who wins.
High Voltage has a very, very strong joust here, so maybe Kraken can look for a response, but it is going to be High Voltage getting that win, but picked up by Kraken. Great stack there, and it's going to be sent all the way downfield into the High Voltage bubble, but it is picked up by Isolate, and he is going to be sending it through left tunnel, and that's going to bounce all the way down as Fire Ninja looks to take his time here and hopefully get a pass from his teammates, but he's going to try sending it Floor, but just bounces off that block. And Kraken is going to get the recovery here, and Colombian Catnip is going to be sending it downfield, but Isolate gets the pickup, and G. Tyler with the steal and the ender. Great stuff here, and they're going to be stacking all the way downfield, and Kraken picks up the win against High Voltage in round 3. An amazing game.
Kraken winning the game in round 3 overtime with the nice clear and boost, stunning out the backstacks, preventing High Voltage from moving forward at all. No defenders were downfield. Just a nice, easy cherry on top for this gold, not gold, very much diamond game here. Golden as in very, very well played.
Yeah, Kraken doing a really great job here, as High Voltage is a Season 1 team, and Kraken is a newer team, so it's really, really impressive that they're managing to keep up and actually succeed up in this diamond. I'm really excited to see how far they can go.
Yeah, Kraken with a very telling victory. Very, very close, however. And if these teams stay together for Season 4, I think we easily could be seeing both of these teams in the Challenger Cup coming up here in 2 or so weeks.
Yeah, really, really amazing game. If we take a look at the stats here, G. Tyler with 14 points on the board, but looking over at the High Voltage end, we have Goran Jr., a very dominant striker, putting up 24 points in this 3-round game.
Yeah, Goran Jr. absolutely punishing on every single opportunity he got. Just be it an open goal or juking around defenders. Really able to help his team push that in that first round victory and push it back into tie to force overtime. Great game from both of these teams here. And unfortunately, it came out with only one team being victorious.
The amount of saves we can see from High Voltage here just shows how dominant that Kraken offense is and how good they are at putting pressure on the defense. That's really impressive stuff. Like making them have that many saves, just how many shots they managed just to get off. But I do have to say, High Voltage does have a really strong defense, so really great work from Kraken able to break that.
Yeah, some great work by both teams here on Echo Arena VR Master League 2. Stick around, the next game should be starting very soon as we are already over time, but it's going to be Spectral versus Imperium. Stick around, we'll be right back.
There we go. Now you can hear me. My goodness. What's going on, everybody? We are back here at VRML 2. I'm on SirDimwi. Me, myself, and I on this one. And it's going to be Imperium versus Spectral. This is a game that was supposed to start 20 minutes ago. We got here quite late. There's another game supposed to be starting in 10 minutes on the same channel, although we're just now starting this one. So if you are either of those teams, either you can wait or you can not wait, or you can maybe see if Powdor would be so kind and willing to pick you guys up as he was going to originally. As ooh, I realized I did not get us started here. I apologize for that. Got a little distracted. It was Spectral winning that initial joust, the initial neutral joust there, but it will be Imperium back in possession as they send that one through mid and all the way down into the Spectral bubble there. Goofy bounce, and it will be Robot picking that one up, bringing it in. It hits it for the 2. And do we have replays at the moment? We do. We'll see how long we can keep them. No, we don't. Do we or do we not? I don't. Did I? Oh, I just hit the button too fast. We should have replays. I think that was actually my error, although I have been having issues with my Wi-Fi this evening. Only the Wi-Fi, not the internet. So if the Wi-Fi goes out, I just lose some functionality. But now Dark setting this one near side. Flare is going to pick that up. Here for Spectral. Little Joker train, although off of ahead there, and it's going to be Robotic picking it up in the bubble and sending that one out. Bouncing around, down and in. Robot with the pickup. Robot sending it up. Robotic. Ooh. Shot there, but Drummond Sam is going to get the grab and send that one out of the bubble. Now into the hands of Athlon. Athlon setting this one in, but a good read there by Drummond Sam to get that one sent out of the bubble once again. Picked up here by Dark. Dark looking to clear. Ooh, that goes just wide, but now going to bounce out of the bubble once again and down to the floor. Robot with the send out up in the hands of Athlon. Athlon looking for a long shot there. Is that going to be odd? It is. Oh, no, it's not. I was convinced. Oh. Robotic does get that one in. Let's see if our controller is working. Also, my controller wasn't working for quite a bit there. But no, that's working. Player with it here for Spectral. I'm just gonna slow it down. Try to force Imperium to extend. No, gonna go for that pass to the right too there. Dark ultimately able to recover it. Dark now sending it in. Flare with pickup. Flare across the Boosty Boy. Boosty Boy looking for some options here. Maybe just gonna walk it. Looks for that the 1v3 and decides to go for it. And main server is gonna get an easy save on that one. Now clearing it out. Down to the trench. Robotic there with the pickup. Robotic up to Robot. Gonna get sent up by one Boosty Boy. And one Boosty Boy with that recovery. Sending that one up. Good pass there to Flare. Who's gonna hop over the defender in the tube, but then ultimately getting stunned out. Disc is loose. Jordan Sam with the slap. Gonna get it out. Couple of chains, couple of leeches, couple of stacks. Ooh, maybe an opportunity. It's Dark. We'll get that one in for the 2 off the Acre shot. And that's going to put Spectral on the board. Now Athlon sending that one into that left side tube. Gonna bounce around now. One Boosty Boy with the pickup. They're gonna start walking this one up. Jim and Sam, one Boosty Boy. A little Joker train for a moment. Nice little deployment there, although a little miscommunication or lack of communication as Robotic freely gets a shot at one Boosty Boy there. Send out off of the barrier. Robotic sending it across to Athlon. It's just the 2 of them here. No, excuse me, 3. At Robot out of frame. Robotic can't quite get the grab on it. Player will get the slap and out through the near side tube. All the way down. The edge of the Imperium bubble up there. Dark with the pickup. Dark setting it in. Hits it. Beautiful shot there. That's going to be a Spectral taking the lead here. Going up by 1. Athlon, quick pass there. Flare with the pickup. Flare walking up. Do a juke there. Juke over another one. Anchor shot hits it as a goalie has everybody in his face. And I think that was main server in the goal. I'm not sure, but if it was, don't worry about it, man. It happens. They had you dead to rights there. I saw the head drop after the goal. Athlon setting that one up. Another feeling though. Dark getting the recovery. Dark sending that one in. Ooh, trying to get it to one boosty boy. Main server with recovery there. Oh, sends it there in the hands of Dark. Dark ducking main server. Bring it in. Goes for the shot. A good recovery by the teammates. Robot and Robotic. Now bouncing to that far side trap where it will be Robotic with the pickup. Robotic sending it out. All the way down to the blue bubble. It will be Spectral getting there first, but they're not able to get the hand on it. Robot with it. Robot looking for a crut pass. Goes to Robotic, but Robotic was already stunned out before the pass was sent. Athlon stunned out in the sky trench there. Robotic getting stunned out as they get a hand on it. Dark with a grab. Sending that one up at main server at mid. Main server sending this one in. It's going to bounce up to the ceiling. Bouncing back down. Dark sending it back out of the bubble. 4 minutes ago here in this first round. Athlon sending it in. Robot going to get stunned. A lot of good stuns from Spectral in their own bubble on defense here. Main server is going to grab that one on the back line, send it back in, but one boosty boy with the pickup going to get the clear. All the way down. Flare with it, sends it in. No trouble there. Gets it for it. Good too. Robot, quick send to Robotic, although it hits the lip, turns over, one boosty boy, long shot. Flat bounce off of the back wall, will be picked up by Dark, goal is open, shot hits it. Main server came out to play it, wasn't able to get the grab on it. That leaves the goal open just long enough for Dark to get that shot off. Robot to Robotic. Sent in, looking to get it to Athlon, who does. Oh no, it doesn't. Sorry, Lock was in the way. Flare's gonna get the pickup. Looking for the send out, but it will ultimately be picked up by Athlon. So Imperium still in possession. Athlon sending this one across. Near side, Robotic sends that one up. Set up there to Robot, not able to get the grab. Still loose. Picked up there by main server. Main server sending this one down. Robotic not able to get the grab. It's going to find its way to that near side wall. And Flare with the pickup. Going to get that one cleared. Properly cleared. Good leech by Flare, but the boost does... Well, overshooting it was both of them, but Robotic. Good recovery, sending it back into the Spectral zone. Athlon looking to get it to main server, but the chain gets her. Main server setting this one up. Gonna take a bounce there. Bouncing up. Flare looking to track it down. Actually, one boosty boy comes away with it over to Dark. Dark mishandles it. Unfortunate. Main server, good play there. Gonna get it slapped out of the bubble. Robotic with a good recovery. Although Drummond Sam gets a stun. Athlon with recovery. Although that bounce keeps it kind of in the tube here. Scoop there. Into the hands of Dark. What a fortunate little turn of events there as they get a 2v1 here. One boosty boy coming in. Pocket pick cleanly by main server. That one's cleared out. They have a teammate down there. A Robot trying to get to it, but a good chain there. Dark and one boosty boy with the pickup. One boosty boy with a slap, although it doesn't get it out of the zone. Main server's there to pick it up, sends it down to the floor. Set out all the way down and around. Get a Korean around. Far side there. Who will get there first? Will be Flare. Flare. Gonna offer that reset. Good reset. One boosty boy on the back line there to pick it up. Gonna get stunned out though. Dark with the pickup. Dark gonna send this one back to one boosty boy. Boosty boy moving on up. Has a lot of room. Gonna go off the backboard and somehow Gets it in. Looks like main server, just as surprised as we are. So it's going to be a 12-point lead here to Spectral with only going to have about, if we can do some math here, 13 seconds once you come out of the tubes. So round one, comfortably in the hands of Spectral. Robotic sends that one up into the hands of Drum and Sam, and that will end the round 14-6 in favor of Spectral. So there you go. After one, Dark with the game high points of 8. Also, main server and a robot, 2 saves apiece. This is substantial for the team there, although not able to turn that into offensive points. Although, I mean, when you think about it, every save is worth a minimum of 2 points. So that is a way of thinking about that. But you do also have to perform on offense to kind of complement the saves. Otherwise, yeah. So this is our last day here in week 3, which is wild. Excuse me, week 13. It's week 3, week 13, depending on how you're looking at it. And almost the finals here. So here we go. Round 2 is away. Spectral taking round 1, and Imperium off of the headbutt. Get that one in. 5 seconds in. Imperium is on the board. So Spectral immediately at a 3-point deficit here in the second round. Drum and Sam accidentally popping that disc off of the teammate's head. Now sending it to the aforementioned teammate. Flare looking to get it to Dark. Dark able to play that on the rebound. Good pickup. Dark sending that one up to one boosty boy. Gets the quick 1v1 there. So 18 seconds later, Spectral is on the board after the 5-second 3-point headbutt neutral joust goal. Quick chain there from Spectral, but a better pass. Athlon now with it, looking to send that one in, but hits the root block. With a setup, what a read there. Flare stops that from going in, basically. Gets the clear. The team is going to get down there into the area first. One boosty boy with it, sends it. And Dark is going to take the points, and they are going to hope this game is not decided by 1 point in favor of Imperium. Main server, quick pass there to that left side tube. Athlon receives it cleanly up to Robot now. Robot far side pass. Picked up there by Robotic. Robotic sending that one to the back line there. Main server. Main server in. Ooh, it turns over. One boosted boy with a grab, and they're going to chain after this one. Good little, good long dribble. It was just a little dribble. Little in the sense that, Little John is Little John, But a very, very big dribble, in fact, all the way down. And that's going to put Spectral up by 3. And I had muted my phone earlier, and then, actually, that wasn't me. That was somebody in the audience who needs to mute their phone. I can't believe y'all would do that. This one's sent down. I thought you guys would have more courtesy. Jeez. Come on, guys. Come on, audience. Come on, viewers. Just kidding. Robot sending out my third. Of course it was me. I'm bad. Athlon, look at... Oh, is that going to go in? It is. Robotic gets it. They're going to tie it up. Spectral, once again with the shelf's advantage. Drum and Sam with it, ducking one. It's tie game. 6-6 with 6:30 to go. This one all the way down into the Imperium bubble, picked up there by main server, who will get that one. He will slam it out. Bought a good pickup, good juke to get away from Drummond. Athlon sending that one out. Not quite on target. Athlon another pickup, sends it in, gonna go wide. Bouncing up. Off the wall, far side. Dark with the pickup. Dark to get that one cleared out. We're going to have a race for it. No one, it took quite a bit of time to pick that one up, but Drum and Sam will ultimately get there. Ooh, big steal there by Robotic. This one now up to the ceiling. Dark going to get that one picked up. Looking to bring it in. Does, and hands it off to Flare, who will put it in for the 2. And that's going to be a 2-point lead here for Spectral. Main server handling it here. It looks like, are they down a player? Somebody missing. Oh, no. Nope, I am just losing my brain. Main server sending that one up to Athlon. Athlon sending it up. Dark sending that one out. Oh, very dearly in the goal. Now Robotic up to Dark. Dark up to one Boosty Boy who sends that one, ooh, just wide. Dark gonna track that one down. Robotic gonna headbutt it. Robot with a pickup. Robot looking for that clear, though it's gonna be in the hands there of Dark. Dark setting it up. It's gonna be in the hands of Flare. Flare. Oh, wanted to set it in, but main server with the main hands. It did not make any sense, but I don't care. It was awesome. One Boosty Boy. Not what I said. What main server did was awesome. That is why I want to watch it back at some point, but that is why I hope I can use it as a lesson to reinforce the lesson that when you're on your way back to the goal, even if you're not looking, keep those hands grabbed. Although I think he might have been looking. I'm not sure. I do need to watch that one back. So set up, the bouncing down. One Boosty Boy. You remember earlier on, as we are in the final 4 minutes of this second round, this could be a 3-point game in favor of Spectral right now, but it's a 2-point. Because of some shenanigans earlier. Are they going to pay for those shenanigans? I'm curious to find out. Maybe not, as Dark is going to bring that one in for the 2, and that's going to put them up by 4 now. His main server is not a happy camper. Although, to be fair, Momo Cake, what are you talking about? What's wrong with the instant replays? I don't remember what I was gonna say. What's wrong with the instant replays? If somebody could describe the issue, because I'm not watching them 90% of the time. They're just playing. But now Dark sending that one up. Are they playing the wrong? Am I playing the wrong replays? Because that could be me. Oh, if I was talking about that save, I didn't actually say, I didn't start the replay on that one. So if that's what you were talking about, yeah, the save. When I said I wanted to watch the replays, Drum and Sam gets that one in. I meant like I wanted to go back and watch it even at some point. Because it looked like a really, really boss save. The kind that you can write Mom about. Main server, quick pass. Gets it into the 2, but not quite to... Ooh, does get it to the teammate. Ultimately, Athlon setting that one up. They've got a 2v none here. If they can get, wrest control of it. Robotic, though, going to get stunned out. And Flare trying to get it away, but Flare's going to get stunned out by Robot. Robot bringing it in. Robot sends it in. Somehow, with 3 goalies, one Boosty Boy is still able to make that save. That is, I don't know if it's impressive or if it's luck, but either way, it was a good save. And Drum and Sam looks like they might be able to capitalize on this. Drum and Sam up to Dark. Dark looking for the Steezy goal, but it's going to bounce wide. Flair is going to get that one in off the backboard. If it's playing one replay behind, that's my fault. I'm going too quick with it. I'm not. Yeah. That's that is likely my fault, unless the setting has been changed. Uh-oh, turnover there. One Boosty Boy. That means I'm hitting the buttons too fast. So this should be the correct replay because it wasn't too fast this time. Yep, correct replay. It's one of them days where you don't want to wake up. And I'm not going to continue that song because we're already to a bad line. Main server. Although, I'd be lying if I didn't say I listened to that band nonstop in high school. 50 seconds to go. That's another 3 here. For Spectral, and they're going to go up by 13. Mercy not possible here. Not with the time left. They would need 7 more points, which is a minimum of 3 goals. And now that we're in the final 20 seconds, there's only enough time for 1 goal. Sherman Sam's going to give that one to Dark. Dark was looking to, ooh, you don't want to do that on cast. I know what he was going for, and I'm glad he wasn't able to pull it off, because that would have been reportable, as Robot's going to send this one in, not even to us. That would have been reportable to Rad. So it's going to be Spectral, 19-6 in round 2. And remind your teammates to not intentionally or accidentally exploit in a VRML game, because that is no bueno. So there we go. See if its stats are probably going to go haywire here, though, because that's how it's been this last week. So yeah, stats don't add up. That's because everything is crazy. So you know what? I'm curious. I'm gonna go check channel 1. Or I'm not sure where Palador streaming right now. Is he on channel 1? Are they in post game? Because we might drop in on their voice channel if they're in post game. Oh, there's a whole 3 of them over there. There's a whole bunch of them over there. All right, we're not going to drop in. I thought maybe it was just going to be outdoor. All right, so that's going to do it here for us on channel 2 this evening. It's that 3rd game that was originally scheduled for channel 2 is currently on channel 1. Luna versus a bunch of baby ducks. And they are, once this exceptionally long commercial ends, I can tell you where they're at in their game. They just finished round 1. Yeah, so thank you very much for, so we're going to go ahead and end this one here on channel 2. So thank you very much for joining me. Have a happy Sunday evening, and we will see you in week 14.
Season 3 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Rebuff Reality, Asterion Products, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net.